you've been praying, or trying to. You shut your eyes, you say the words, you wait for something to happen, and nothing does. It feels like the words are just bouncing off the ceiling and dying somewhere in your bedroom. You start wondering if God is even listening, or if he's there at all, or if you're just one of those people whose prayers don't work. I've been there. A lot of people have. And the answer isn't that you need to pray longer or use better words or feel it more. The answer is that nobody ever taught you how prayer actually works. Jesus did. And he gave us a 4-step blueprint that flips everything you think prayer is supposed to be. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Before we get into the blueprint, I want to name something. There's a reason your prayers feel like they're dying in the room. And it's not because God isn't listening. It's because most of us were taught to pray in the exact wrong posture from the start. Jesus opens his teaching on prayer by warning us about something specific. So let's start there. It starts with your environment. Jesus calls us the secret place. But before he tells us where to go, he tells us who not to be like. He points at the religious elite of his day, the Pharisees. These guys were the champions of public prayer. They loved standing on street corners and in synagogues, dropping big eloquent words just so people would stop and think, wow, they sound so holy. Jesus is blunt about it. He says they've already received their reward in full. They wanted attention, and they got it, but they didn't get God. That's why he tells us to go into our room and shut the door. Because the moment there's an audience, we start performing. We start thinking about what to say because other people are hearing us. But your secret place is where the performance dies. It's the one spot where you can be 100% genuine and vulnerable. Whether it's your room, your car, or a quiet walk, find a place where you won't be distracted. And don't just let your mouth ramble. Empty phrases stacked on top of each other, thinking God will be impressed because you talked for a long time. He won't be. Your Father already knows what you need before you even ask. So be real with him. God isn't counting your words. He's looking at your heart. Jesus starts the blueprint with, "Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name." This isn't about positioning. You start with intimacy and respect. He's your Father and he's in heaven. You're his child and you're on earth. Then Jesus says, "Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven." Most of our prayers come from trying to force God to follow our map. We want the job, the relationship, the healing, the win, and we want it on our timeline, not his. But real prayer is an exchange. You're handing him your plans and saying, "Your map is better than mine." You're making yourself low so he can be high. Here's what that actually looks like. You're praying for the job, the relationship, the healing, and you mean it. But you're praying like you're submitting a request and waiting for approval. Real prayer flips that. You walk in and say, "Father, here's what I want." But if you say no, "I'm going to trust that you see something I don't." That's the surrender. That's the posture shift. Quick pause. If this is making sense to you, do me a favor and hit subscribe. I want to keep making stuff like this for you. Okay, back to it. Now we get to our needs. Give us this day our daily bread. This isn't just about food. It's about reliance. It's asking for exactly what you need to get through the next 24 hours. Peace for that meeting, comfort in your struggles, patience for your kids or your parents, strength for your anxiety. Forgive us our debts as we forgive others. Many people skip this part, and that skip reveals something. If your heart is full of bitterness and anger towards someone, you can't really come to God asking for mercy, not because he won't give it, but because you'll feel the contradiction in your own chest. You can't ask for forgiveness while you're holding someone else's mistakes over their head. So clear the books, ask God for the strength to forgive the person that wronged you, and let it go. Finally, do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. This is a humble admission that basically says, God, I'm weak, I'm a sinner, I'm going to make bad calls today. You know it and I know it. So guard my heart before the day even gets messy. You're asking for a protector because you know you can't navigate life alone. And one thing most people forget, prayer is a two-way street. It's an intimate moment with God. It's the perfect time to be completely honest and vulnerable. He wants to help you. He wants to listen to your struggles and your needs. He wants to bless you. And listen, I'll be honest with you. Even when you do all four of these things, some prayers are still going to feel quiet. Some days you'll shut the door and feel nothing. That's part of it. The relationship isn't always going to feel electric, but that doesn't mean he's not there. That doesn't mean he's not listening. He's still your father, and he still knows your face. So sit there, Pause. Listen. You aren't talking to a wall. You're talking to your Father. You don't need eloquent words. You don't need a pastor's voice. You just need a real conversation with him. So today, just go shut the door. He's already there waiting. He loves you more than you could ever imagine. If this helped you, drop a comment below and tell me, what does your secret place look like? Where do you go to pray? I'd genuinely love to know. And look, I have to be straight with you. This video isn't the real thing. It's a doorway. If you actually want to learn how to pray, the answer isn't another video. It's your Bible. Open Matthew 6 and read the whole chapter, not just the prayer itself. Then read Luke 11, where the disciples literally ask Jesus how to pray and he walks them through it. That's where the relationship actually starts. I'm just here to point you toward it. Like the video if it spoke to you. Subscribe for more. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. God bless. I'll see you in the next one.